All right, page 83, Enormity of the Great Pyramid. The immense girth and height of the Great Pyramid could not be adequately realized without comparisons with modern structures and areas. It is the height of a modern 40-story building, yet it is so massive that it covers a 13-acre area. Or, on another scale, it covers an area equal to seven downtown New York City blocks, 18. The vast monument is heavier than the world's 10 tallest buildings combined, and according to Nile Valley contributions to civilization, we can build 30 Empire State Buildings from the stone of the Great Pyramid, 19. Throughout the millennia of human memory in Egypt, Babylonia, Syria, Persia, the rest of the Near and Far East, up to the more modern civilizations of Byzantium, then Constantinople, and now in Istanbul, to the European nations, Great Britain and the United States, up to 1884 AD. The Great Pyramid was the tallest stone structure ever built on the planet. In 1884, the Washington Monument was raised, which stands 555 feet, 6,660 inches, but this is not a fair comparison because the monument is an obelisk, not having the internal passages and chambers so peculiar to the Great Pyramid, but still atop the 555-foot monument at the apex of the Egyptian obelisk is none other than a replica of the Great Pyramid. Modern buildings are constructed with the idea of containing things, be they offices, storage areas, or housing units. The Great Pyramid was no different, but the size of the chambers and small passages within the courses of masonry compared to the enormity of the structure itself reveals that the monument is virtually solid through and through. Vine Deloria in God is Red made an excellent illustration of the impossibility of building such an edifice today. Each stone block was a task in itself, but assuming it took the original builders of the Giza monuments an entire day to set in place 20 of these blocks, it would have taken 342 years to complete the Great Pyramid. And this estimate does not take into account the actual quarrying of the blocks and transportation time, hewing the rock to precise dimensions and raising them to the courses they were to be set in. Deloria calculated that if George Washington had the fledgling nation begin this project at this rate of production in 1776, then the building would be finished in 2118 AD. 21. We can more clearly understand why the ancients associated the structure to the world tree or axis mundi that linked the heavens, the earth, and the underworld. In both size and mystery, it was unparalleled. It was considered to be in the center of the world, and remarkably, by drawing lines directly east-west and north-south with the pyramid as the prime meridian, we find that the Great Pyramid is indeed in the center of the world's land masses, a fact easily ascertained by looking at a map. 22. The east-west lines draw from the 30th degree parallel latitude where the Great Pyramid rests will pass over more dry land than any other possible east-west lines, just as the north-south lines passes over more dry land than any other north-south longitudinal line. The association to the world tree and axis is made also because the four faces of the pyramid face the four cardinal directions of north-south, northeast, south, and west. The structure geometrically is a wonderful three-dimensional scale of the planet and a geodesic marker that identifies itself as being located exactly where on the world's surface it is found. So precise was its placement on the Giza Plateau that the variation of the magnetic needle can be determined by it. 23. Structures built in more contemporary times at 1/100th the scale have not been this precise. The sheer size and weight of the structure, its cardinal alignments, perfect symmetry and craftsmanship, and geographical placement hint of an intelligent design far beyond the capacities of ancient and modern man. Its 52-degree surface angle maintained to such an astonishing height, enduring 48 centuries without collapse, reveals that it was intended to last, to survive whatever natural phenomena occurred, be it storms, earthquakes, or even floods. Though this enigmatic building has never been matched among all the structures erected by the kingdoms of men, there are pyramids all around the world that prove by their own existence just how incredible this monument truly is.